Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, my name is Carol Tichie. Karibu. Yes, I'm always like that. If you consider subscribing, you'll just get lots and lots of that. But today's eye look is a matte look. I know some of you don't like shimmer, some of you are like, I'm over that. I sometimes don't want shimmer on my eyes, and I usually do a matte look. So this is more of an ombre from yellow, orange and purple. So if you'd like to see that, plus my whole face routine, which has kind of changed, then keep on watching. Okay guys, I noticed that when I wear blue, the color scheme changes. It like emphasizes the contrast, but I hope that doesn't bother you. So my face has been going through it. I've been getting to small pimples, but I'm hoping that will be cleared out very soon. I'll be using the Badass Rude Girl palette, and I'll be using that beige shade to highlight my brow bone as always. I had forgotten to prep my eyelids. That's what I'm doing right now with a concealer, and I'm using my ring finger because it doesn't cause so much pressure on the eyelids. I'll be using that yellowy mustard shade as my transition shade, which will be between the beige shade and the next shade, which is that orange next to the mustard shade. I do that to deepen my crease, and I do it a little bit lower towards my eyelids, and I just blend and pack, blend and pack. Next up is that cool tone purple, and I pack that on my lids. I want that to be an intense shade, so I just do packing, and then I go back and do the blending. Going back with the orange, I blend. This can happen over and over, guys. I go back to the shades, I deepen it up, I blend it out. That way I ensure that I have a soft blend throughout, like a seamless blend. Moving on to the face, this time I won't play myself. I'm going to use a hydrating primer, and if you've seen my previous video, you know I used a mattifying primer to test out this foundation, and it's a no. So I'll be using 3 pumps of this just to see if really with a hydrating primer you don't need to use a lot. I noticed that the application is way smoother if you use a hydrating primer. It gives you time to blend out really well before it dries down to its matte finish. I want to give this concealer one last chance before I completely dismiss it. And this time I will be working one section at a time, so that again I don't want to play myself. This concealer does dry down real quick, so you have to work it in before you move on to the next side. I'm doing the second application because I noticed the first one didn't give us any brightening under the eye, and this time I'm letting it dry down a little bit because I want a little bit more opacity, so I'm giving it a fair chance. But from what I see, this concealer, maybe I need another shade up, or I just need a different concealer altogether. Tell me guys, can you see any difference, or is this concealer just blending into my skin and just looking like my skin tone? Like guys, tell me, do you see any difference? I don't. What I also noticed about the concealer is that I needed to keep applying more, as in dipping the wand into the product, putting it on, dipping it in, putting it on. It's like either the doe foot doesn't pick up a lot of product, or the product is just, you need to use a lot of it for you to get the punch that you want. This concealer, for me, I don't think it will work. And I think at this point I was over it, because why did I decide to apply the concealer all over? Because now my forehead my problem area did not want to blend out, so I needed to use the hydrating mist again so that I can try and blend that out. Guys, I don't think a concealer should be this difficult to work with. I ended up using a different concealer to try and salvage this look. I don't like this concealer. I feel like it's a bit ashy on me, and also it does give me that flashback that I don't like, especially on photos. So, but I just needed to use it for this look. But I'm on the hunt for another concealer, so feel free to recommend a concealer down in the comment section and I'll read them and maybe consider them. Moving on to setting that concealer, and I'll be using the setting powder by Fenty Beauty. It does look a little bit gray or ashy going on, but don't worry, eventually it will come out alive, it will come out better. Remember, I told you guys that makeup doesn't look that flawless when you're putting it on, but the results will turn out beautiful. So just trust the process. I'll use the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop setting powder to set the rest of my face. This time I contoured my nose and I could see a difference, guys. This could be a thing. I went back to the palette to get the orange shade, and I used that to connect my upper lid to my lower lid, just to bring some cohesion to the whole eye look. Plus, if you have a problem with creasing, I suggest you be doing this with your eyeshadow underneath your eyes, and the creases won't be as noticeable. I go in with the purple shade and I deepen it up again, just to make the whole eye look like it's one. There's no disconnect. And I think it came out really good. I like it. Again, I went back in to deepen the eyes. Guys, you just need to go back and forth to see what you need to correct. Don't be shy. You can go back and forth and correct what you think you didn't see before. So that's how you end up getting this seamless bomb eyes on fleek. Do we still say that? Okay, scratch that. But you end up getting this flawless look. Taking that champagne shimmer shadow, I apply that on my inner corner. That is the only shimmer that will be on this eye look. I know we had to use a little bit of shimmer for that inner eye pop, okay? And I think it just turned out so good, so damn good. And you can use the same shimmer to use on your cupid's bow, just to bring some cohesion on your face. Yeah, guys, you notice I'm talking about cohesion, about seamless, about yani. That's what you need to have in mind when you're doing your makeup look. Shea butter for the lips as always. Then I highlight my cupid's bow. I like doing this before putting on my lip pencil. Then lip pencil on. This just helps to prevent bleeding and it just gives you that crisp lip look. Next is the liquid lip. I'll be using this liquid lip by Pretty Belle. It's called Linda. It's a deep purple. I felt like that goes so well with the eye look. Then some blush, as always. I love blush, as in blush has to be one of my favorite makeup products. I popped on some lashes and you can see the difference, guys. You can see the difference. So now I just want to finish getting ready, do my hair, change my outfit, and then I'll show you the final look. Okay guys, so this is the final look. I know if you are the kind of makeup enthusiast who loves matte eyeshadow, then this is for you. The only key thing that I noticed is when you do like a setting spray, a mattifying one, I mean not a mattifying one, like a dewy one like this one, you end up like getting, especially if you don't block your eyeshadow gets all nice and dewy. If you like that look, then do it. I'm oily. I'm an oily combination girl, so I don't like it any being dewy. I like it matte. And also I have noticed that I didn't set my look. I feel like with that foundation, like I don't need to set it like with a setting spray. I didn't, and I am okay. I'm not feeling like, oh, I'm so oily, I need to set. Yeah, so the foundation and powder by itself just did it for me. I'm like, okay. I feel that that's good because you don't have to buy something extra to set your look. But if you already have it on hand, you can do it. I don't feel like I need it because I don't want to get really matte. I want to feel like I can move my face without feeling like it's about to crack. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe for more bomb content. And hit that notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload. And guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Mwah. Bye.